Hey, you. Yeah. You scrolling through your phone right now. Ever feel like you're watching everyone else live the life you were supposed to have? You tell yourself you're different, right? Meant for something more? That you've got what it takes to stand out from the crowd? Well, I've got some hard truth for you. It doesn't matter what you think. Thinking doesn't make you chosen. Let me ask you this. How many nights have you stayed up watching other people win? How often do you tell yourself, tomorrow I'll start, and then tomorrow comes, and you're right back where you were? The pain point. Watching, waiting, wishing. Meanwhile, someone else is putting in the work. They're grinding while you're stuck overthinking. They're staying disciplined when you're giving yourself another excuse. The stakes. And here's the kicker. They're getting closer to everything you want. It's not because they're better than you. It's because they decided to stop waiting. They don't talk about being chosen. They act like it. So, if you're ready to stop watching from the sidelines, if you are ready to know how to leave the bench, then keep on watching. The wake-up call. You're still sitting there thinking, maybe next week I'll get serious? Guess what? Every week you wait, someone else is pulling further ahead. Let me hit you with this. The chosen ones don't waste time wondering if they're special. They don't get stuck comparing themselves. They don't wait for permission. They just show up every single day and do the work. You're not here by accident. You're here because it's time. Time to stop talking, stop dreaming, and start proving. The clock's ticking, and your competition, they're not slowing down. So, the question is, are you going to let them leave you behind? Or are you going to rise? Take what's yours and become the person you know you're capable of being. This isn't a pep talk. It's a wake-up call. Don't waste it. Are you scared of being judged? We all have moments when we're afraid of people's judgment, no matter how confident we are. Sometimes this fear manifests as going along with something you don't agree with just to be liked. Stop chasing people's approval. You can't change what people think about you, so don't waste energy trying. Be true to yourself to achieve your true purpose. Practical strategies. Okay, enough with the tough love. Let's get practical. How do you actually do this? How do you break the cycle of procrastination and start proving yourself? Strategy 1, clarity. What needs to be done? First, get crystal clear on what needs to be done. I mean, really clear. Write a to-do list. Not just a vague list in your head. A real, written down list of tasks and goals. Prioritize. Number them from most important to least. Grade each task. Break each task into small, manageable steps. Chunks, as I like to call them. Estimate time. Accurately estimate how long each step will take. Procrastinators often overestimate or underestimate time, so practice timing yourself. Strategy 2, the next action habit. Adopt something called the next action habit. This comes from David Allen's book, Getting Things Done. Dumb down your brain. Figure out the very next physical action you need to take, no matter how small. Example, instead of work on website, make it email Sarah for website graphics. Do it now. The key is to do that small action immediately. Strategy 3, prime your environment. Your environment matters. A lot. Prime place. Be aware of the types of environments you get more done in. Minimize distractions. Isolate yourself if necessary to minimize social and other distractions. Turn off your phone. Stay away from social media. Visual reminders. Use visual reminders and prompts, e.g., notes lists. Strategy 4, focus. If you are feeling unsettled, take a moment to close your eyes and focus on your breath. Try to lengthen out each breath in and each breath out. Spend 5 to 10 minutes using your slow breathing to settle and focus. Strategy 5, time management techniques. Time management isn't just about being efficient. It's about controlling your focus. The Pomodoro technique. Set a timer for 25 minutes of focus work, then take a 5-minute break. Repeat. Time blocking. Schedule specific blocks of time for specific tasks. Treat them like appointments. Prioritize ruthlessly. Use the Eisenhower matrix, urgent/important, to decide what deserves your attention. Strategy 6. Set realistic goals. Change your dialogue. Another way we tend to procrastinate is by setting ourselves up for failure by creating unrealistic goals. Smaller chunks. Instead of beating yourself up about not being able to read 100 pages in a day and then not reading at all, decide to read 50 pages in a day. Change your internal dialogue. Change your internal dialogue from "I can't do this, but I have to" "I can do this, and I chose to." Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge and celebrate every step you take, no matter how small. Strategy 7. Reward yourself. Overcoming procrastination doesn't happen overnight. It takes a series of good behaviors, like working ahead in your classes and finishing your homework in a reasonable time frame, to form a habit. Pleasurable activities. Set up a system where you use pleasurable activities, even small ones, as a means of rewarding yourself when you've done the work you plan to do, rather than using those pleasurable activities as a way of avoiding that work. Train your brain. With the use of rewards, you can train your brain to develop those healthy study habits. Don't procrastinate after rewarding. However, it is important to note that you shouldn't use rewarding yourself for your hard work as an excuse to procrastinate or put off your next task. Strategy 8. Positives and negatives. Make a list of all the good things that will happen when you stop procrastinating and the not-so-good things that will happen if you continue to procrastinate. Think about these each time you find yourself procrastinating. Mindset shift. Stop the cycle. Recognize the procrastination cycle when it occurs. A habit is something we develop over time and can be challenging to break. However, it is possible to develop new, healthy habits. Strategy 9. Self-compassion. Procrastination is common, and berating yourself for it doesn't help, even if it's completely understandable. Instead of focusing on feelings of frustration, be kind to yourself and focus on taking steps to get started. Strategy 10. Visualize success. Use imagery to clearly visualize the task being successfully completed in your mind, and use the momentum from the visualization to get going on the task in real life. Strategy 11. Get help. If you get stuck for any reason, ask someone for help, e.g. ask your friends or family. Conclusion and call to action. Let's recap. You're here because you believe you're capable of more. Stop waiting for permission. Stop comparing yourself to others. Stop letting fear hold you back. I challenge you to pick one of these strategies and implement it today. Just one small step. That's all it takes to break the cycle. Don't just read this and forget about it. Go out there and prove what you're capable of. Now, tell me, what's one thing you're going to stop waiting for and start doing today?